Guys, if you're a fan of the Netflix show Squid Game, then you definitely want to watch this video all the way to the end. I'm here in Arcadia and about to try a newly opened Korean street food restaurant called Soon Hee Ga. And as part of their soft opening, they will be hosting their very own Dalgona candy challenge as found in the Squid Game. We will also be exploring their menu as they bring to the US some of the most traditional Korean street food found in the famous Gwangjang market as covered in the other Netflix show Street Foods Seoul, Korea. Before we go inside, take a moment, like my video, give me a subscribe to help support the channel. You guys ready? Well, let the games begin. We got some people here waiting in line, and what is your name here?
I'm Heather.
Heather?
And I'm Ann.
And what are you guys doing here? What are you guys waiting in line for?
Mung Pancakes.
Really? Mung Pancakes? So how did you hear about this place?
On Instagram.
Instagram?
Yeah, however, I traveled to Korea in like 2017. That's the last time I've had it, so I'm super excited to try it.
Really? Okay, so how long have you guys been waiting here? There's a huge line here.
About almost an hour.
An hour?
Yes.
Are you guys going to be participating in the Squid Game?
Sure. For sure.
Awesome. Alright guys, wish you guys luck.
Thank you.
The rules are 10 minutes to try to get the shape out of this candy. Wish me luck, guys. So we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go! Here we go. I got a little safety pin.
Alright. Yes, sir.
This is a lot harder than it looks. A lot harder. Oh! I made the first.
I got eliminated.
Okay. I lost fairly quickly. I do want to actually try the actual Dalgona cookie and let you guys know exactly what this thing tastes like. Here we go.
Oh my god, you're so close! You're so close. You got this.
It's crunchy, it's airy, it's porous, and you could taste like, you could taste burnt sugar, almost like a toffee.
Alright, can we get a round of applause for the winner, everybody? Alright.
We're here for a very special treat. We're about to witness the making of the Dalgona candy, alright? So you can see she's stirring the sugar to make sure that every bit of that sugar gets an even melt. And I would say it takes about anywhere between a minute to a minute and a half for everything to settle. Yeah, look at that. It's starting to liquefy. Yeah, literally about a minute and a half. Ooh, I can smell the caramelization of that sugar. Now she's gonna turn down the heat and
Soda.
baking soda.
Yeah.
She's adding like 3 droplets of baking soda. Oh, and all of a sudden, the colors change. They change to this caramelized toffee color. And then she's gonna take a flattener. She flattens it to about 4 or 5 inches.
Yeah.
And then puts a heart inside.
Yeah.
Guys, the Squid Game is actually very fun, but now that the crowd has died down, why don't we go inside the restaurant and take a closer look at the food? I do want to start off today by showcasing what Soon Hee Ga is most famous for. Take a look at this mung bean pancake right here. This is about maybe 10 inches in diameter, and they cut it into like 4 pieces. If you ever gone to like a Korean restaurant, oftentimes they have these pancakes, and this just, on the surface definitely reminds me of that. And on the side, they also provided me some pickled onion. And I'm going to definitely try this alongside my mung bean pancake. I like that little crisp on the outside. It's about maybe a 1/4 inch thick, and doesn't look like there's a lot of different ingredients. Doesn't seem like it's too complicated, but maybe after I take a bite, I will be able to reveal a little bit more of what I'm tasting. But this is exactly what it looks like. Gonna go in for my first bite. This is the inside. I taste bean sprouts. I taste definitely mung beans, okay? And I taste green scallion. What I want to do is I want to kind of dip this into the sauce that they provided me on the side right here. Got some moisture in my mung bean pancake, and let's see how this turns out. Can you hear that crunch, guys? I love a good crunch. And ooh, the bean sprouts are popping out right there. Okay. Now the process to make these like mung bean pancake is actually pretty labor intensive. They actually have to grind the mung bean every single day. I mean, they're grinding it on a daily basis. They make it into to batches, and they just pump out these pancakes. The second item that I want to showcase is their seafood mung bean pancake. Now this definitely reminds me a little bit more of the seafood pancake that you have at a traditional Korean restaurant, right? Similarly, they're cutting this into fours, but this one looks like there's a lot more going on. Wow! I personally like this one more, simply because there's a lot more ingredients in here. I'm trying to think of all the different ingredients that I'm tasting. I'm tasting maybe like squid or calamari. I think there's shrimp. I don't know if you guys can see right here, but this is shrimp. Now I'm going to take a couple of pieces of this pickle right here, put it on here with the pickled onion. There's like a little bit of like sweet vinegar in here. It reminds me a lot of the seafood pancakes at other Korean restaurants, but this is a mung bean version, and presumably I think it's healthier. I don't think there are any like MSG, there's no like bad starches, all 100% ground mung bean made fresh for you guys. You could taste the freshness in every single bite. I want to take a second to show you like a traditional Korean rice drink. What you have right here is the shikgae, and essentially it's like a traditional Korean rice drink. You have it at major events like festivals, New Year, like a birthday or something like that. Oh, it's so refreshing. The things that I taste in this shikgae are sugar, water, I think some malted barley, and traditionally speaking, if you go into like a traditional restaurant, a sit-down restaurant that serves shikgae, you might see some like cooked rice in your drink. But so far right here, I think they've extracted the rice so that you're only getting the good, nice little liquid. Now, it's up to you guys whether you like, you know, rice or other ingredients in your drink that you could actually chew on. But me personally, I like just the liquid. It gives it enough flavor. But you will also see other versions of shikgae where you're actually seeing rice floating around inside your drink. But on a hot day like this is ultra refreshing. Another famous Korean street food that you guys may already be aware of is tteokbokki. Ultra famous, almost everyone knows about it. If you guys don't know about it, then you guys are definitely watching the right video, because I'm gonna show you what tteokbokki looks like. Rice cake right here. They cut it up into like these cylinder type shapes. Seems very fun to eat. And then inside this rice cake, you got these fish cake right here that's cut into like little triangles. And this base right here is a gochujang base. And obviously you got some scallion. So I would imagine this to have a lot of flavor, given that this is a gochujang base. tteokbokki, guys. The rice cake is a little chewy, so be sure to chew well before you swallow. But if you can see, just how many different spices are on here, right? This is a flavor bomb, guys. The fish cake, ultra thin. Look how thin this slice of fish cake is. Okay, it's so thin, super easy to eat, and oh yeah, I definitely taste a little bit of that seafood flavor. Kimbap is actually one of the most popular street foods in Korea. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. It's basically Korea's version of sushi. There are 8 pieces of these kimbap. And let me just take one and pick one up and kind of show you guys what it looks like. Okay, fairly thin, about 2 to 3 inches long. And inside you can see fish cake. I see some pickled radish. I see some pickled carrots. And is that spinach, or it might be a leafy green that I can't identify just yet. A pickled like radish. Oh, it is so flavorful. And I can just say that this is not overly complicated, but the flavors are just like, wow. They actually provide a mustard-like sauce that comes with this kimbap. And I want to show you what this mustard sauce looks like. I've never had kimbap with mustard of any kind. This mustard sauce is almost like a honey mustard. It has a little bit of the flavors of like wasabi. It's not like traditional mustard, not traditional American mustard. It has like a hint of the wasabi type of flavor, and it's golden in color. This kimbap with the dressing on the side, it just works, guys. It just works. And I can see why this is dangerously addictive, because I'm already going for my second bite. Not even my second bite, my second roll. Ever stumped about what to bring to your next party? To your next picnic? Some drunken kimbap. That's what you gotta bring. The last dish that I have in front of me is what they call the fish cake soup. They gave me 3 gigantic skewers. You can see how much fish cake is on each skewer, and at the very end of the skewer, you got a block of what seems to be tofu, maybe fried tofu. I thought the very first piece was tofu, but I think it's fish cake. Texture is very soft, very easy to eat. Very easy to eat, a lot of it actually. And I just took a sip of the broth, and it reminds me a little bit of like udon. If you guys ever had like Japanese udon, you know how the broth for udon is pretty clear, is pretty clean? That's exactly what I'm experiencing right here. They give you an abundance of fish cake. 3 skewers should fill you up, because I'm already getting there. I'm very fortunate today to be able to try genuine Korean street food without actually having to fly all the way to Seoul, Korea, and to be quarantined for 2 to 3 weeks. I want to personally thank Alan and Esther for opening up Soon Hee Ga and making available to the public what great Korean street food you can get all the way out in Korea. I'm definitely gonna put their information, the link to the website, in the description box below, so you always know exactly where to find them. Be sure to stop by and say hello. Be sure to say Epicure and Eric sent you guys there. If you guys enjoy watching this video, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification icon so you always get notified when I post videos like this. That's gonna wrap it up for today. I will see you at the next meal.